Congratulations, you've won the election. Now the really hard bit begins. You have to actually run the country. Wait, what do you mean you don't know how to do that? But your manifesto said, you know what, never mind. We both know you made all that up for the votes. And there's no need to panic. If Donald Trump can do it, you can too. Grab a pen and paper because you're going to want to write this down. This is Tea Time with Matt's common sense advice on how to run a country. Number 1, do as little as possible. People might vote for you because you promise to change things, but that doesn't actually mean they want you to change anything. People get used to the status quo. Having a government makes everyone's life more difficult, so the people complain about the government. Why go upsetting the delicate balance by changing things? That'll just lead to protests in the street and stuff. Leave most things as they are, people will continue to grumble, and you might just manage to win next time around. Number 2, find an enemy. The best way to distract people from the fact you aren't actually doing very much is to give them an enemy to hate. Be it immigrants, the disabled, or people who talk at the cinema, people love to hate each other. So make sure you make regular speeches condemning whoever your chosen scapegoat may be for making the country worse for some reason. It doesn't have to be logical, it just has to have enough clout for the Daily Mail to write a headline about it. 3. Borrow some money. Running a country is expensive. Invariably, the amount of money you'll make through tax will be somewhat less than it costs to keep running essential services and paying for your MP's expenses, as we've learned. Luckily, if you ask very nicely, your national bank will lend you some more money. And because the national debt is already sky high, you'll never have to worry about paying it back. It's a win-win situation. Treat yourself and buy your ducks a new house. 4. Start a war. You know what really makes a country the most money and advances its technology really quickly? A jolly nice war. Pick a country and find an excuse to have a punch-up with them. Except this punch-up won't affect you in any way. The little people in your armed forces will be doing the fighting and dying for you. So let your generals play soldiers, sit back and watch the tax roll in from weapons exports. Maybe you could spend some of it by commissioning a new boat or two for your navy, or a shiny new nuclear weapons programme. As an added bonus, the proles will get all patriotic because there's a new set of people they can start hating. Number 5, make friends. When you're starting international punch-ups, other countries tend to get a bit nervous and start petitioning the UN for sanctions against you and stuff. So it's probably a good idea to have some mates with an even bigger armed force than you. The 2 main choices are Russia, which is run by a fascist dictator with an ego complex, or America, which is run by a fascist dictator with an ego complex. Pick the one you hate. No comment. Pick the one you hate the least and invite them over for dinner with your queen or something. Once you've got them on side, no one at the UN will argue with you. Number 6, have an escape plan. Inevitably, the opposition will start picking on you during Prime Minister's questions because you're not doing anything. This in itself isn't a problem, but at some point the proles are going to start noticing and going, hey, hang on, why aren't they doing anything? Oh, look at my wrist! It's time to call a general election! Congratulations! You survived a term in office. Now you can let the opposition get into power and blame all the problems on them. And that was Tea Time with Matt's common sense advice on how to run a country.